Dear students, let's continue chapter 2, cell clusters.
First, we shall discuss the details about
Complex permanent tissues. So, this complex permanent tissues include xylem and phloem. So, what is the function of xylem? Xylem is the particular tissue that transports water and minerals absorbed by the roots to different parts of plant. And what about phloem? Phloem transports food prepared by leaves. We already studied that in lower classes. We already studied about the process of photosynthesis, and we know that the food is prepared by leaves. So this phloem transport food prepared by the plants to different parts of the plant body. And also you can see the cells of both the xylem and phloem are elongated. And also this xylem have another function. It also provides strength and support to. So in the beginning of this chapter, we studied about cell. So what is a cell? Cell is the structural and functional unit of our body. And we know that cells combines together to form tissues. Then what happens if tissues combines together? Let us find out. Now look at this picture. The same illustration is given in your textbook also. So here you can see 4 types of animal tissues which we have already studied in the beginning of this chapter. So which are they? The first one is nervous tissue, then it is epithelial tissue, then it is connective tissue, and it is muscular tissue. So what happens if these tissues combines together? These tissues combines together to form organs. So here the example of 2 organs are given. Which are they? Stomach and then intestine. So this stomach is made up of all these tissues, and this intestine is also made up of all these tissues. So now we understood that tissues combines together to form organs. Our body consists of numerous number of organs, and all these organs are made up of these animal tissues. So children, just like our stomach and intestine, there are many organs in our body. For example, lungs, heart, kidney, all these are organs. So all our organs are made up of tissues, which is mainly made up of 4 tissues. Which are they? Nervous tissue, then epithelial tissue, connective tissue, and muscular tissue. So these tissues combines together to form organs. Then what happens if these organs combines together? These organs combines together to form organ system. So this is our digestive system. These are organs. Stomach and intestine are organs, and these organs combines together to form organ system. So our body consists of many organ systems. So children, we understood that the tissues combines together to form organs, and the organs combines together to form organ system. Each of these tissues have their own functions. We know that the nervous tissue have the function of transporting impulses. Then epithelial tissue have many other functions like secretion, absorption and all. Then what about connective tissue? Here it is, blood is given. So the function of blood is to carry respiratory gases and nutrients. Then what about the function of muscular tissue? Helps in movement of our body. So all these tissues have their own functions. So all these tissues functions together, and it helps in the overall functioning of stomach and also the overall functioning of intestine. When both the stomach and intestine work together, our organ system works properly. Our body consists of not only this organ system. Here the example of digestive system is given. But in our body, is there only digestive system? No, our body consists of many other organ systems. So let us find out which are the other organ systems. So here the name of some organs are given, and we have to find out the organ system associated with these organs. So we already find out one organ system, which is that, yes, digestive system. Which are the organs associated with digestive system? Stomach and intestine. So here the organs given are heart, blood vessels. So which is the organ system associated with heart and blood vessels? Yes, it is circulatory system. Circulatory system. Then the second one is nose, trachea and lungs. These are the names of some organs, and you have to find out the organ system associated with these organs. Which is the organ system associated with nose, trachea and lungs? Which is that? Yes, respiratory system. So we shall write respiratory system. Now we shall look on to the next set of organs. Which are they? Kidney, ureter and urinary bladder. So these are the names of some organs. Now tell me, which is the organ system associated with these organs? Which is the organ system? Yes, it is excretory system. So we shall write excretory system. And finally, the names of some organs given are brain and nerves. So, which is the organ system associated with the organs brain and nerves? Which is that? Yes, it is nervous system. Nervous system. So, children, in this column you can see the names of some organs, and here you can see the organ system associated with these organs. So the first one is heart, blood vessels. These are the names of some organs, and the organ system associated with heart and blood vessels is circulatory system. Then nose, trachea and lungs. These organs are associated with the organ system respiratory system. Then the name of organs given are kidney, ureter and urinary bladder. All these organs are associated with excretory system. And finally you can see the organs brain and nerves. So this brain and nerves are associated with the organ system, which is called nervous system.
Now we shall discuss about the levels of organization of life. The levels of organization begins from atom. Several such atoms combines together to form molecule. Then molecules combines together to form the cell organelle. And we know that cell organelles together form a single cell, and several such cells combines together to form tissue. Then tissues combines together to form organ. Then organs combines together to form organ system. And several such organ systems joins together to form an organism. Several organisms combines together to form population, and many such populations combines together to form a community. So here the smallest level is atom and the highest level is community.
So we understood that the combined action of all these organ systems helps in carrying out all the activities in our body properly. Our body is said to be healthy if all these organ systems functions properly, isn't it? Yes. So my question is, does all organisms have the organ system? The answer is no. It's because, have you heard about unicellular organisms? You have already studied in 6th standard about unicellular organisms. So, what are unicellular organisms? The organisms which is having only a single cell are called unicellular organisms. But there are also multicellular organisms. We human beings are multicellular organisms. So multicellular organisms have cells, tissues, organ systems and all. But the unicellular organisms does not have organs or organ systems and all. They have only a single cell. And this single cell is possible to carry out all the life activities. It is because we know that cell is the basic unit of life.